$1,000 to help jumpstart our real estate economy. I've been a champion for small businesses. I've stood up for jobs. I've worked hard to improve this economy. My opponent refuses to protect North Mississippi seniors. He's going along with his party's leadership in Washington to raise the retirement age of Social Security. And if that's not enough, if that's not a big enough slap in your face, then he wants to gamble all of your Social Security trust fund on Wall Street. Yeah. Make no mistake, I'm against privatization of Social Security. And I'm going to put my foot on the and he's just unnecessarily slashed teachers' jobs and education funding. He has slapped the children of this state in the face every time he had an opportunity. And he's backhanded the teachers every time he had an opportunity. Yeah. Enough is enough. This is about putting our children's educational opportunities first and foremost. That's where I'm going to be. I voted to invest directly into our schools, to save teachers' jobs, to make education more affordable, more accessible, to provide North Mississippi's younger generation a brighter future. And just this week, our opponent had the unmitigated gall to compare his running for Congress to a World War II veteran. Shame on you, Alan Nunley. Shame on you. Shame on you. Howard Davis to so many others. I could name personally who fought in World War II. For you to compare your candidacy to my great friend Howard Davis, and you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Right. And to my Uncle Travis, who fought in Korea. And to my Uncle Jerry McFarland, who fought in Vietnam, and all those others. You ought to be ashamed. Right. Says a lot about you, though, I'll tell you that, Alan. That's the choice you'll have to make in November. Someone who will fight for you and your families here in North Mississippi, or someone who's concerned about himself and wants to join in all that old partisan spewing of that rhetoric in Washington, D.C. A Washington, D.C. council member recently said in a publication referring to me, which did not offend me, but it offended the people I serve and it offended before them, called us backwater. I've got news for that fellow. We're not backwater, we're the backbone. I'm proud to be a North Mississippian. I'm proud to be a Prentiss County. I tell them all the time, Shirley, I know everybody don't want to live in Prentiss County, but I don't want to live anywhere else. I don't want to live anywhere but North Mississippi. I've lived here all my life and I want to die here. I'll always fight for you. I have fought for you. I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep fighting. The tougher it gets, I can fight harder. Until this economy turns around, all of our people have jobs. But I'll tell you, from a campaign standpoint, we believe that the momentum is on our side. As I have for 5 long elections in 2.5 short years, less than 2.5 short years, I ask for your continued support again. I'm almost embarrassed to ask you. We've run more times, I think, than any candidate in the country. You have rewarded us every single time. We led the ticket every single time. Every time in 5 races. I look forward to doing that a 6th time. That's why I was so proud to recently receive the endorsement of the National Rifle Association and the National Right to Life. And then the U.S. Chamber of Commerce honored me with their prestigious Spirit of Enterprise Award for standing up for small businesses. North Mississippi values are America's values. I'm going to keep standing up to protect those. Quite simply, I've done in Washington what I said I would do. What I told you I would standing right here in this very room just more than 2 years ago. I've worked hard. I've worked with both parties. He can't say that. I've worked with both of them. Some days, both of them are terrible, okay? But I've worked with both of them. I've continued to be an independent voice. I am consistently ranked in the top 2% of the most independent members of Congress out of 435. And I think that's where you want to be. I tell people all the time, I work for the finest, hardest working people in America. And this voting card belongs to you. This belongs to the people of Mississippi. I never put that in that machine and cast a vote, yes or no, without thinking of y'all. Without thinking of some member of my family or some friend. How would my family, how would my small business friends, how would they vote on this? Every day on my desk, I have a little wood carving. It's about the size of this lamp that I've almost knocked off. And it says, simply, North Mississippi comes first. North Mississippi does come first with me. It always has, and it always will. I told y'all I wouldn't forget where I came from. I wouldn't forget about North Mississippi. So every morning when I get up and I put my shoes on, I hit the ground running, whether I'm in Washington, D.C. or whether I'm in North Mississippi. You all mean an awful lot to me. You all are great friends. Some of you are just like our cousins. I ask for your continued support. I don't know, I kept up with the days. We're 90-something days away. I wish I remembered that before I got up here. But it's 3 months till election time, November the 2nd. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for sticking with me. We're going to be around, and I'm going to shake everybody's hand and hug everybody's neck before you get out of here if I hadn't already. God bless each and every one of y'all.